In this module, you will learn about types of plants and their characteristics. You will also learn the basic parts of a plant and their functions. Kira is visiting her grandfather. Her grandfather is very fond of gardening and loves plants and flowers. He has a small garden in his backyard. Kira wakes up in the morning and sees her grandfather in the garden.
Good morning, Grandpa.
Good morning, Kyra.
Grandpa, this garden is really beautiful. It has so many plants. There are so many trees all around.
I love plants. You can see a variety of them here. I have seen this plant grow into a big tree, just as I've seen you grow since the time you were a baby.
Are trees also plants?
Yes. Tall and strong plants are called trees. The mango, banyan, and peepal trees have thick and round trunks. Look at these small plants with thin stems. These are called herbs. And these small plants with thick stems are called shrubs. Grass is also a plant. It has narrow leaves that grow from the base.
Grandpa, why are you digging the ground?
I want to sow these tulsi seeds.
They are so tiny. How does a plant grow out from such a tiny seed?
Every seed has a plant inside it. When we put the seed in the soil, it absorbs the nutrients from the soil. Then we need to water it. All plants need water and sunlight to grow.
Just as we need food to grow?
Yes. If we water the seed regularly and look after it well, it will grow into a plant.
Grandpa, how do plants grow in the dry desert regions?
The cactus plant is a famous desert plant. A special characteristic of this plant is that it collects and stores water.
Where does it store water?
Cactus plant has a very thick and fleshy stem. When it rains, the stem absorbs the water and stores it. The plant does not have leaves. Instead, it has thorns or spines to avoid loss of water, and also to protect it from animals.
I know that animals eat plants. Can plants eat animals?
There are some plants that eat insects. The Venus flytrap plant traps insects with the help of its leaves.
Grandpa, the mango tree is so big, and it has been standing so firmly for so many years. How is that possible?
The roots of the plant hold the plant firmly in the soil. The roots also absorb water and useful nutrients from the soil and pass it to the other parts of the plant, like the stem, leaves, and flowers. Did you know the roots of some plants, like beetroot, radish, and turnip, are eaten as food items? Do you know, Kyra, plants prepare their own food?
How do they do that?
The leaves are called the kitchen of the plant because they prepare food for the whole plant. Leaves contain a green substance called chlorophyll. They also have tiny openings on their surfaces to take in carbon dioxide from the air. The carbon dioxide mixes with the chlorophyll and food is made. In the process of making food, plants release oxygen into the air, and we breathe the oxygen.
Grandpa, the plants in your garden have different types of leaves.
Yes, leaves of different plants have a different shape and color. Some leaves have rough edges, whereas some of them have smooth edges. Some leaves are pointed and some are round in shape. For example, the leaves of the water lily or the lotus plant are very thick, round, and have a waxy surface, while the leaves of a pine tree are needle-shaped. Leaves are not always green. Some leaves have more than one color, or its edges may be of a different color. Some leaves have a glossy surface, and some leaves have a rough surface. Kyra, do you know which is the national flower of India?
Yes, the lotus is our national flower. Grandpa, my teacher wears these flowers in her hair.
These are jasmine flowers. These flowers open only at night. The petals begin to open after the sun sets and when the temperature becomes cool.
Do all plants have flowers?
No. Some plants don't produce flowers. Plants such as ferns, pine trees, mosses, gum tree, fungi are called non-flowering plants. In some plants, the flowers change into fruits.
Grandpa, my teacher says that we must not pluck flowers.
She is absolutely right. Plants are living things. They are useful not only to human beings, but even animals depend on them for their living.
How are plants useful to animals?
Animals depend on plants for their food. Trees provide shelter to animals. Trees are a valuable natural resource and hence they should be protected.
How are trees useful to us?
Trees clean the air by absorbing carbon dioxide from the air and releasing oxygen. The harmful chemicals and gases that are produced by factories pollute the air and are harmful for us. Trees reduce air pollution by absorbing these harmful elements. Trees provide us with useful products such as wood, honey, wax, gum, resin, herbs, and medicines.
Grandpa, look! Someone put plants in this fish tank.
This is not a fish tank, though it looks like one. It is called a terrarium. I have put soil in the container and planted some plants in it. It is like a small greenhouse.
How do you water the plants?
I watered the soil when I put it in the terrarium. The plants can survive on that water for many days. I don't need to water them every day.
Grandpa, can I have it at home? I will take care of my plants and watch them grow.
Sure you can. Come, let's make one for you.
In this module, you learned about types of plants and their characteristics. You also learned about the basic parts of a plant and their functions.